Is it just me, or has Grey's Anatomy been inconsistent lately? Because of the inconsistent tone of these episodes, certain plots may work better than others in any particular hour. Grey's Anatomy Season 22 Episode 8, for instance, included fascinating scenes of Weber navigating decisions related to his prostate cancer and Bailey and Owen discovering their own motivation, which led to them doing the seemingly impossible. What about the others? Not very much. Weber's story is interesting. As long as Catherine stays in the background. Catherine is now such an annoyingly flat character. We can always count on her to cross lines, become demanding and dictatorial, and then beg Weber for forgiveness or grace. Rinse, wash and repeat. But when does she truly learn if she continues to do the same things repeatedly? Naturally, she assumed charge of Weber's prostate cancer treatment regimen. We might have avoided all the resistance and moved directly to the part where Weber bonded with Laura if she had chosen to have a typical meet and greet instead of overloading him with this stranger and conversations he wasn't ready for just yet. Jamie Lynn Sigler's cameo was pleasant, and it was preferable to have an actress in role who naturally brought attention to a mess. She and Pickens Jr. are making these stories more engaging by using this show as a platform for their characters and their struggles with health. Fortunately, Weber felt more at ease after learning about her struggles and her ability to continue practicing medicine. Her self-assurance and declaration that she can manage surgical complications if they occur rather than what would happen if his cancer metastasizes gave him the motivation he needed. Owen and Bailey's inspirational work. I'm aware that a lot of people despise Owen, so they interpret everything he does in a particular manner, which sometimes results in unfair opinions. However, I adore that the people in Grey's Anatomy can still motivate one another. He was overjoyed for Winston and Teddy. These renowned physicians and the hospital were well represented in their podcast about their groundbreaking surgery on Nora. However, they also started a fire beneath Owen and Bailey, and I was thrilled for them. We really get to understand why these doctors are the finest in their industry and the enthusiasm they still have for their work throughout some of the series' best storylines, which cut back on melodrama and messy relationship turmoil. The fact that Bailey and Owen were able to remove the enormous tumor from Bailey's patient made me smile. They are a fantastic professional team. I'm glad it didn't end tragically because it didn't seem like anything could actually happen. It's always a pleasure to meet Aisha Harris, and the patient was nice and needed this victory. If only she could return to the pit this season. Crossing my fingers. Jules and Joe bore. With Meredith and Amelia gone, it seems like Joe is receiving a lot of attention. This is a mistake, but what can I do about it? Nothing. So let's go on. Additionally, the musical chair's relationship with the people seems unnecessary. How much longer will Winston and Jules be infatuated with one another? Even though this combination doesn't make sense, they've given it their all, and it would be preferable to develop any of these characters rather than pairing the extras. Jules moped and pined for the whole hour. Better for her is what I want. However, it was lovely to see indications of her closeness with Blue, particularly when he allowed her to lead Teddy during the surgery. The fact that Blue did that when he's often so competitive shows how far he's come in caring for these folks. Situationships and romances are tired. He is yet another character that is squandered by this haphazard bond with Kavita. In a similar vein, Simone was fascinating because of who she was, not the attractive man she was having an affair with, but she has subsequently been reduced to that. She becomes obnoxious when she is engrossed in romantic turmoil. Lucas was perfectly entitled to be irritated. Not even Lucas's romantic involvement with his patient worries me the most. They are currently preparing him to lose this woman with whom he has a close relationship, and neither he nor I am ready for that grief. Even if the plot would be superfluous in that case as well.